Hey, what's going on? It's Daniel Gillespie here with UponArriving.com, and in this video I'm going to be answering the question of whether or not the Chase Sapphire Preferred is a crap credit card. So before I jump in, if you're new to this channel, I cover things like credit card rewards, hotels, airfare, and a lot of other interesting travel topics. So if you like that type of stuff, be sure to subscribe and hit that little bell icon so that you don't miss out on anything. So I think it's fair to ask whether or not the Sapphire Preferred is a crap credit card or not, given how stagnant this card has been over the past several years, especially when new competitors have entered the market. Now, the Sapphire Preferred has undergone some changes over the past few years. If you go back to 2014, that was when the Sapphire Preferred got primary rental car coverage added that replaced the secondary coverage. It also got the trip interruption and cancellation benefit increased from $5,000 to $10,000. But we also saw the loss of the 7% annual dividends, which was a great benefit of the Sapphire Preferred. And a lot of you who are newer to miles and points may not even remember this, but the Sapphire Preferred used to actually pay out 7% of your annual points earnings each year, which was a great benefit. But again, this went away around 2014. And from that time, we did see some new changes. We saw the sign-up bonus increase from 40,000 to 50,000 points, although we also saw the authorized user bonus of 5,000 points get dropped. And we also saw some shakeups on the benefit side with the loss of price protection and also return protection. But aside from all of those changes, the 2x on dining and travel has remained the same, while other cards have come in and offered much more lucrative bonus categories. And that's why I wanted to reevaluate whether or not in 2019 the Sapphire Preferred is still worth your consideration. So in this video, I'm just going to go over a handful of different considerations that you might want to think about when trying to evaluate whether or not the Sapphire Preferred is still a good card for you. So the first consideration is the sign-up bonus, and the Sapphire Preferred currently comes with a 50,000 point sign-up bonus. And I think that anytime you see a credit card with a 50,000 point sign-up bonus, that's typically a good deal. Obviously, the valuations for the points or miles are going to fluctuate based on the program that you're looking at, but typically 50,000 points is going to be a pretty good deal. And in this case, you're talking about ultimate rewards, which are pretty valuable. So you're looking at least $500 worth of value, but that can easily increase depending on how you use your points. For example, if you redeemed your points through the Chase travel portal, you can actually get 1.25 cents per point of value for those points, which is actually higher than what a lot of other programs offer. And in that case, the 50,000 points would be worth $625. Or you could transfer your points out to some pretty good partners like United, Southwest, JetBlue, Flying Blue, Virgin Atlantic, Singapore Airlines, and a few others, not to mention some great hotel partners like Hyatt. And in those cases, you could easily get around 2 cents per point or more worth of value, which makes those 50,000 points worth over $1,000. So if we're just talking about upfront value from a credit card, the Chase Sapphire Preferred is still definitely one of the most valuable travel rewards credit cards out there. Also, sometimes the Sapphire Preferred comes with a special targeted offer that you can get, which can be up to 60,000 ultimate rewards or possibly even more. And if you want to check out how to access those special targeted offers, I actually have a link in the description below, so be sure to check that out. Keep in mind that those things are constantly in flux and changing, so always be sure to check what's up to date. The next consideration is the $95 annual fee. Now, this $95 annual fee is usually waived the first year, which gives you an entire 12 months to decide how you want to go about keeping this card, whether you want to upgrade or downgrade. And it's really great for those people who just don't want to have any kind of upfront expense for holding on to a credit card. I think the Sapphire Preferred is also great for those people who see a card like the Sapphire Reserve with a $450 annual fee and just can't stomach the thought of paying that much money for a credit card. I've talked to a lot of people and tried to explain to them how to utilize the $300 travel credit on the Sapphire Reserve and how much benefit and value you can get from Priority Pass and the bonus earning with that card. But at the end of the day, some people just can't wrap their heads around spending $450 on an annual fee for a credit card. And I think there actually are a lot of people like that. And for those people, I think the Sapphire Preferred is a perfect option. The next consideration that you want to think about is that the Sapphire Preferred offers primary rental car coverage, also known as collision damage waiver. Now, this is significant because not many other credit cards actually offer primary rental car coverage. It's pretty rare, so the fact that it's offered by the Sapphire Preferred is huge in and of itself. Now, I know firsthand how much it sucks to get into an auto accident when renting a car abroad. It happened to me on a nasty rainy day in Iceland one time, and trust me, it is not fun trying to sort out that type of situation. But if you have a card like the Sapphire Preferred, you can actually save yourself a lot of headache and also money. So first, you can save money because you'll have to decline the collision damage waiver offered by the rental car company, and the prices for that can vary, but over time that can certainly add up. But you can also save money because you won't have to file a claim with your auto insurance company, and in that case you can actually avoid your monthly premium rising or any other associated fees. So in a lot of cases, paying $95 for the Sapphire Preferred can actually be completely offset just from the primary rental car coverage alone. Next are the great travel protections. So the Sapphire Preferred is going to offer you trip cancellation and trip interruption insurance up to $10,000, which is very solid. Now, trip cancellation and interruption are really great benefits because number one, a lot of other travel credit cards actually don't offer these protections, and in many cases you may have something like a prepaid hotel stay or prepaid airfare that you actually need to cancel, and just because you use your Sapphire Preferred, all of a sudden you can avoid those hefty cancellation fees, which can be several $100s. So really don't underestimate the value of this benefit. It also has baggage delay protection that kicks in after only 6 hours and covers you up to $100 per day for up to 5 days. Getting baggage delay after only 6 hours is also another great benefit because many other cards may force you to wait longer than 6 hours in order for you to get coverage. And then there's trip delay protection. This kicks in at 12 hours versus some other cards that offer it at 6 hours. So it's a little bit longer, but the coverage still isn't bad at $500 per ticket. Trip delay coverage is really important because a lot of airlines are not entitled to offer you anything if you experience some substantial delays. So in this case, you can actually go out and be assured that you have coverage. And even if the airline does offer you something like a hotel stay, typically it's going to be with something like a contracted hotel, so it may not be the nicest hotel you've stayed at, but in this case you could go and just spend $500 with your Sapphire Preferred on a hotel you want to stay at and maybe enjoy a few nice meals. So the final consideration are the bonus categories, and this really is where the Sapphire Preferred is lacking in my opinion. So the Sapphire Preferred is going to earn you 2x on dining and travel, and I'll take a look at both of these categories individually to kind of see where the Sapphire Preferred stands with respect to its competitors. So 2x on dining is just not very competitive in today's world. You have multiple cards that offer 4% cash back on dining. You have cards like the Amex Gold Card offering 4x on dining, the Citi Prestige offering 5x. So the fact that the Sapphire Preferred offers you 2x just really is not that attractive, and you're going to be missing out on a lot of points by not going with other cards in a lot of situations. 2x on travel isn't as bad as 2x on dining because the travel category is so broad, but you also have other options to earn more. The Citi Premier earns 3x on travel, the Sapphire Reserve earns 3x, and then you have a lot of cards offering special bonus earnings on things like airfare with 5x. So in a lot of cases, you're also going to be falling short on your points with the Sapphire Preferred. And then the Sapphire Preferred is just straight up missing some categories like groceries and gas. For people like me who spend a lot each year on groceries and gas, I would be missing out on tons of points by just going with the Sapphire Preferred. So overall, the Sapphire Preferred is just not a very compelling card for earning bonus points via spend, and you're really going to want to consider supplementing the Sapphire Preferred with other credit cards, at least one or two, in order to really capitalize on your bonus earning potential. So with that said, is the Sapphire Preferred a crap credit card? Well, I think the answer is no, and largely for two reasons. Number one, the Sapphire Preferred is still one of the best beginner credit cards. If you're just trying to jump into miles and points and you're new to all of this, you may want to go ahead and jump on a card so that you can start earning points while you're still trying to figure everything out. And with the Sapphire Preferred, you will be earning Ultimate Rewards, which is a flexible points currency. So while you're earning those, you can still be kind of figuring out, oh, how can I use these miles? What programs do I want to go with? And then you also have the flexibility of transferring those out to those programs once you kind of figure out how the process works. Also, after 12 months, you can simply upgrade or downgrade with the Sapphire Preferred. So after 12 months, you can take a look at your dining and travel expenses, and in many cases you can just run the math and it'll occur to you that yes, I need to go ahead and upgrade this to the Sapphire Reserve because it's definitely going to be worth it for me. Or in other cases you might look at it and say, you know what, I'm really not utilizing this card as much, maybe I need to go ahead and downgrade this card to a no annual fee card like the Freedom that I might use on occasion. So the Sapphire Preferred is just good because it gives you enough time to learn the system, and learn your own kind of spending habits so that you can make a good and informed decision on what you should do next. And even if you're not a beginner, the Sapphire Preferred is still a strong contender because it offers such great upfront value, which is on par or better than many other travel rewards credit cards. The Sapphire Preferred also has some great travel protections that I talked about and offers you them at a very low annual fee of only $95. So the key is that the Sapphire Preferred just isn't the best card for long-term earning potential, and that you're probably going to want to supplement this card with another card or look into potential upgrade opportunities in the future. So let me know in the comments below how you feel about the Sapphire Preferred. Do you think that this is a good credit card? Do you think that it needs some improvements or some changes? Go ahead and just drop a comment below and let me know how you feel about it. Also, if you found this video helpful or informative, be sure to subscribe and hit that like button. And you can also check out the link below if you want to sign up for my email newsletter for up-to-date information and news on different credit card developments.